Thank you for joining us for Empower Wichita and Power 93.5. I'm your host, Miranda Watkins, and we got a studio full of folks today and a lot to talk about. So please turn it up and listen because I have Cedric, Nick, and Angelo all from Onesimus House, Shalom Homes, and Invest in Your Eternity. Hi, guys.
What's up? How you doing? How you doing?
Yo.
Like just a studio full. So a lot going on, and it's been a while since we've had Onesimus House and Shalom Homes, and this is the first time we've ever had Invest in Your Eternity. And I know that the last time that we talked, Onesimus House and Shalom Homes were merging into one, and I know that was really exciting news, not just for what you guys had on the agenda for 2017, but also for the fact that these are two great charities that were coming together to do some work in our community. So let's start with you guys. So Cedric, Nick, what's going on?
A lot has been going on, Miranda. I mean, I'm just excited to be here. We thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, well, you know
what it is. I mean, we have a lot of great things going on with the Onesimus right now. We just have 5 residents in there. We're glad to announce that 2 transitioned out. I mean, that's what we like to do. That's
awesome.
Yeah, helping people transition to other parts in life. So that's real good. We're doing a little bit of kind of remodeling, facelifting on the house. We just kind of want to make sure that we keep it the best for the people that come there.
Mm-hmm. Now, for those that are maybe listening and they're not sure, can you kind of just tell us what Onesimus House is and the work that you guys do?
Okay, I'll recap because I know last time we were on the show,
Please
we kind of went over the story. Onesimus comes from the book of Philemon in the Bible, okay? Onesimus was not that good of a guy. Let's just say Onesimus kind of had some challenges. He had those challenges. He ran into Paul. Paul made Onesimus into the man that he should be, sent him back and said, hey, anything that this guy owes, charge it to my account because don't you guys owe me? So therefore, that's kind of like what we like to do.
Okay.
Restoration, and it's fine. This is what Paul talked about was Philemon, of course, was not just a minister in the neighborhood, in the community, but he really obviously was a slave owner, and Onesimus was a slave. However, Onesimus ran away from him, stole money, the whole 9 yards, and Paul restored him. Restoration is our ministry. We're restoring the community one person at a time, and that's how we like to think about it. You know, we get involved in the lives of individuals. Because it's not, we're not masses, we're not numbers. We get in the lives of involved in the life of individuals on whatever level they are, and we just try to go from there. Let God do the work. We just want to be the vessel. With
this, since you guys are, I mean, you're just looking at strangers, people that just need a hand. They need some help, and you're saying, "Here, we're here, and we're here to lift you up and to help you." How do people go about getting a hold of you guys or contacting you if they are in need of your services?
Okay, our work number is 316-778-0590. That's 316-778-0590. That's the Onesimus House. You can also contact us via Facebook. We also have a website that has been a long time coming. And the way it works is you meet with us. We set up an interview. We do the application process. We obviously consult the powers that be. We kind of come together, the people that run the house, and then we go from there. What's really nice right now is we're accepting applications for all types of people, no matter what area in life you're in right now, no matter what transition you're coming out of. We usually have a criteria or the premise of we like you to be working and like you to have some stability, but right now we're accepting applications and we have potential to take new residents in any circumstance, but we have to see what that looks like after we meet with you first.
Wow. Now, with everything that you guys have going on for the summer, you guys are super busy. And on top of that, you're still doing Shalom Homes and running that. So what's on the avenue for Shalom?
Well, the good news about Shalom is we got approved for a house through, I want to say maybe Wells Fargo.
Right, Wells Fargo.
Yeah, we got back on hold of
Awesome.
Wells Fargo, so they said that we were back to be a candidate to get a house, so that's exciting. So right now what we're doing is we just need help, guys. We need
funding.
help.
We need
Yeah.
funding. We're active in the community, and funding is the name of the game. I don't know how else to say it, really. We got some fundraisers coming up. We want to, obviously, I'm going to get my men out and do a simple thing, which is paint addresses on the curbs. You can contact us on our website and let us know. We'll do that at $25 a throw.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And it does help veterans, and it helps those
In transition.
coming back. So, you know, we'd like to do that. If anyone contacts on the website and say, hey, come by, do it. You know, do a block. Let's get together. Let's do as many as we could possibly do. And it goes to a very worthy cause. That's one fundraiser. We're going to do a few feeding events as well.
Yeah.
We're partnering with CFC,
CFC.
Wade Moore, partnering with Dr.
Christian
C.
Fellowship
Richard
Center. Kirkendall.
at Bethany. And by the way, they got a women's program coming up this very weekend.
Oh,
which is
wow.
great. So this
Go
is
see
Bethany.
him.
Go see him. Really. But we're partnering with a few other churches, and in an effort to drive the community. It doesn't. I mean, like I said, it ain't rocket science. It takes money to do these things.
Really does. And I mean, it's something that every charity needs. And for you guys, I mean, this isn't a small feat. You're talking about taking in human beings.
Right.
And that requires shelter, that requires food, that requires everything that goes along with what we use in our day to day that you may not even think about. The soap that you use, the
Right,
detergent to
exactly.
keep your clothes clean, the toothbrush that you used this morning. I mean, I hope you used it this morning, depending on what time it is at your house. But, it's that stuff. It adds up very much so. How can people, if they want to make a donation, how can they do that?
Just that they contact us. The number that Nicholas gave, which is, which again, that's the house number, but also they can reach us at 316-932-8779. That's the number they can reach us at. Also on our website or through one of the other ministries, Dr. C. Richard Kirkendall or Wade Moore, CFC. They can reach us through that. They can also reach us through
IIYE.
IIYE.
Now, and speaking of IIYE, I had to ask because I was like, what does this stand for? And it's Invest in Your Own Eternity. Now, Angelo, you're in the hot spot. Tell me about it.
Man, it's been a blessing for sure. It's a Christian rap label that we have here in Wichita, Kansas. IIYErecords, Invest in Your Eternity. And it's been going really well. Any business that you have, everybody knows about the first probably year, 2 or 3, it's tough.
Oh, yeah.
Because like you said, funding. You know what I mean?
That's the way it goes.
So, and the thing about it is when you really want your dreams, man, there's going to be some things that you have to give up and sacrifice. So, working a lot, which is fine. But also, when you're trying to build a business, the support system is everything. So if you can go ahead and find your own support system that really supports you, lifts you up when you're down, can kind of help you here and there, that's what we've been blessed to do, and we've reached a lot of people through that.
Now, how did you guys all get together?
Oh,
exactly. Who can paint me that story?
All right. You gonna learn today. Okay,
So please
the way
tell
we all
me.
got together is we obviously know that Cedric is my father, so he birthed me. I came from good stock.
You birthed
Boom,
him.
that's one. That's the first connection right there. Good looking out, Dad. Okay.
Birthed him.
And then me and Angelo I was doing this Facebook ministry called Sold Out Faith. Check it out on the book. We've been doing it for almost 2-3 years now, which is crazy because that's a long run and God's good. So I was doing this online ministry, and I was making these posts every single day, and I'm just speaking in the lives of people, not so much as the stereotypical religion, but just kind of empowering people. Empower Wichita. Let's empower people. Just speaking life into them. And I got this message from Angelo one day, and Angelo was like, "Hey man, I see what you're doing. Come talk to me."
And you're like, do you want to be best friend?
Yeah. do you like me? Do you like me or like me?
Did we just become best friends?
It's been a wrap ever since then. And through that year, we just went through everything.
Yeah.
We went through everything.
We had a lot of life changes. The thing about it is, when you can really find somebody to speak life into you, you know what I mean? And just hang out and kick it and talk about various things. I feel like, the culture is so divided, the city is so divided, just everywhere, not even here, just I'm talking about in general. Yeah. People are so divided. Let me say that sounds better. People are so divided because they're like, maybe I can't talk about this situation, or maybe this person will feel this way, this way, this way. And it was never like that with me and Nick. It was just like, hey, this is who I am. This is what I'm going through. Let's talk about it. Let's go ahead and make best friends and
love
be best friends. Love me or leave me relationship. You know what I mean? So, man, it's just worked out, and the progression is nice. And we just continue to meet people who gravitate towards us. We just become real and genuine with people. So it's definitely a blessing. That's how that relationship came about.
And then shouts out to Donna Allen Chandler. She's just an amazing woman. Me and my dad had the pleasure of meeting her. Actually, a little shortly after me and Angelo met, I met her, and we were just kind of doing some work for her. And she allowed me to be interim president over Shalom, and then she passed on Shalom down to us. And then since my father's had this dream since his time of incarceration, and it's just come to fruition and it's manifested. It's just God and destiny. That's all I can say.
So it is exciting, because what happens is when. If you stay engaged long enough, then things are going to happen.
Come on, man.
Consistency of purpose will produce some stuff. And what has happened is in our patience, God has just constantly put the right people in. We were a couple of weeks ago out, and someone else had seen Nick speaking into people's lives on Facebook, and they contacted him, had him go into.
Oh, the prison. Yeah, we went to JDF. I forgot about that.
Oh, the prison.
Went to JDF. So those opportunities continue to
At one
pop up.
time.
We go and speak to the youth. And there they say, hey, will you come in and speak to the youth? Initially, we were all going in, but we decided to kind of concede to, the younger people so that they could, relate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And have that connection.
And have that connection. So
What are your hopes for 2017 for these groups and for the people and for the lives that you impact?
get excited, because here's what we got
Get
going
excited,
on.
baby.
Let's go.
We got Operation what we call 50-50.
50-50.
You see, in other words, in order to look to the next 50 years,
We gotta
gotta
look
first look back
50 years.
50 years.
Okay.
And say,
Okay.
okay, what have we done? How have we missed it?
Yeah.
What it is that we need to change in order.
That was all right, but
Our nation is young in comparison to the rest of the world,
All right.
and we made some mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've made some mistakes. So let's look back at the last 50 to see how we can change the next 50 and empower some people. Like you said, as a nation, we need to be empowered. Not
and right
any
now-
particular group.
We're so divided. I don't remember being and for me, I'm in my I'm in my late
You good,
30s.
girl.
But I don't remember ever being alive and seeing the country this divided. Now I know for people that are older, they can remember a time when it was, but I feel like right now this is a very controversial time to
I
be
think so,
in this
too.
country. But I also think that what's needed right now is a little bit of understanding, a little bit of people wanting to have the conversation instead of avoiding the conversation. We've got a lot going on, and it's a very crazy time to be in this country. So with what you're doing, because you're not just looking at people that are down and out on their luck, you're looking at people that have been incarcerated. You're looking at people that have done the hard time, that have lived hard lives. And you're saying you're not through yet. This isn't the end of your story.
That's right. There's no way you can be done. Hey, listen. God is not mad at us. We look at
Hey.
it differently. Sometimes we
Say
say,
that one more time.
God's not mad at us, man.
God's not mad at us.
Look, we make mistakes,
right.
and he already knew that before the beginning of time. So don't allow anyone else to judge you by your past mistakes or
on.
decisions.
Hey.
We can't continue to punitively
Beat yourself up. Man.
punish
Yeah.
people
Come on,
as a result of their past.
and don't
True.
punish yourself because the result of your past.
What we
Come
got to
on.
do is now look to the future. We got to stop looking for all the differences and let's look for one similarity.
The struggle.
How
That's
can
what-
we?
come
How
on.
can? What do we got in common?
The struggle.
Let's build on that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, Operation 50-50, that's what we want to do. We want to take a look at the past so that we can project into the future.
So how do people get with you guys to become a part of this Operation 50-50?
Contact us
Huh?
via Facebook, please.
Please
contact us on the numbers
We-
316-932-8779, 316-932-8779, or 316-778-0590. We also have venues coming up. We have events in the next 2 weeks. We'll be doing a barbecue with CFC. Check us out on Facebook, and we'll give you those information as options. We'll also be linking up with the free cook. What's his name?
Tommy,
Tommy, yes. We'll be
You
linking
guys
up
have
with
so much
Tommy.
going on here. You're like, we
Tommy.
got this and this and this.
Tommy, the free chef. As soon as he gets back in the country, we're going to hook up with him. We're going to host some events that way. We also have some concerts going on. We have something on June 29th in Andover, 5:30 to 8:30 at the Sammy Halasay. Excuse
There,
me if
you
I'm butchering
said it
that.
right.
Sammy Halasay. Okay, I got my hair done today. Sammy Halasay. So come see us there. Also, we'll be in Movane. Is it Movane Days?
Yep.
Yeah,
Greater.
I believe it's the Molder.
Movane
So-
Days. August
Cellar Days?
17th.
Old Cellar Days.
Old Cellar? Is that what it's called? Old
Cellar Days.
God's good. Old Cellar Days, August 17th, and that'll be 6 to 8. So just get a hold of us. We're linking up with a lot of different people. We're trying to do a lot of things. We got to change the world, y'all.
can't forget we were just at Lecrae.
Just at
Exciting,
Lecrae.
huh?
That was such a good show. It really
All right,
was.
let me talk about this. Oh man, that was a huge blessing, man. Shout out to him, man. Rolls Royce, just 93.5 in general.
We love you, Maria.
It was.
Yeah, girl.
It was good. It was a blessing. It was a real win, not only for IIYErecords and the people who were there, but it was a win for Wichita. Like that was a good show for Wichita, a good turnout, just a good example of who we are and what we do. A lot of people they don't really know how Christian rap is, or if you hear Christian rap, be like, man, that might be kind of corny. But man, if you see the highlights on the videos, man, the kids were turned up.
They really were.
It was turned up. It was amazing. So shout out IIYE Records. Dre B, Cash, Hollister came out. And then, man, Lecrae for sure, and he said he'll be back, so we'll see what that looks like.
Well, and Lecrae pointed out something that I thought was really interesting, which was, this was a show about positivity. This was an evening full of music and beliefs, but you couldn't help but notice as we were all filing into the facility, there were people being frisked, there were people being searched, and on the heels of what happened at this Ariana Grande concert, this is the world that we're in. This is a world where a lot is happening, and it's a very scary time, but at the same time, we are in this together, like you were saying. And so there isn't a greater time right now to get involved and to be someone that looks at this world and goes, we're not that different. We're really not. Yeah. I definitely know what the back of a police car looks like, and not because I was being given a tour. So I cannot sit there and say, like, well, I've never been in trouble. I've been in a lot of trouble, actually. So
join the club.
Exactly. I tend to always giggle when people say, like, oh, they're a bad seed. That has been said about me several times. I was the kid that parents warned their kids not to be alone with. So I think that, So I think that says a lot, because we all have a past. Yeah. We all have something that we think, if someone found out about this, they might think differently of me. If someone knew this about me, they might not respect me the same way. There's a degree of difference in all of us, but our bad mistakes, that doesn't mean it has to amplify the way that we are now.
You know what, Miranda? Speaking on that, I don't know that I'd trust anyone that doesn't have a past, or really either they're lying about they're lying about it, right? Or you know what I'm saying? They've never been through anything. Yeah. So you can't take me somewhere you've never been. I've been in the struggle, you see what I'm saying? And in order to get out, I have to have been there in order to take someone else out. So you can't take me somewhere you've never been. In the struggle, or having been incarcerated, or having been
addicted,
impoverished, whatever it is that's holding you up right now. Have I not been there, it's really difficult for me to lead you out of that situation. So we have those experiences. We're involved in those ministries of restoration. So we're qualified than anybody. And like I said, where I started this was, I don't know that I trust anyone who says they haven't had a problem, because if you want to look that polished, there probably is some stuff underneath.
I've seen that glass house a time or two. Well, so for all of our listeners that are listening right now to Empower, this is what we want you guys to know. If you're just tuning in and you're like, what the hell is going on right now? Basically, we have several guests in the studio with us, with Onesimus House, with Shalom Homes. We also have Invest in Your Eternity. And basically what we're talking about is getting out in the community, becoming a part of one of these organizations and doing some good, having a message, and basically, just talking about like what path you guys have been on, not just with being Christians and being believers, but also just in this life that you guys have had and the interaction you've done. So tell me, for all our listeners that are in the car or maybe in the kitchen just fixing breakfast, what do you guys want them to take away from this, from Empower and you guys? What do you want them to take away?
All right, first and foremost, listen, anybody.
Of course, Nick's like, I got it.
Anybody that's out there, let me go, girl. No, anybody that's out there doing anything, first off, we commend you. So take this away. Anybody that's out there trying to change the world through ministry, whether it just be one-on-one or you're just talking to somebody being encouraging, whether you have a transitional house or whether you go inside a JDF for the prisons, or whether you make hip-hop music for Christians that's just positive with a message, whether you're in politics, to the pulpit, to the pew, we support you and we commend you, and we know that we all need support together. It's not just financial support. We ask first and foremost that you pray for us and keep us in your thoughts and considerations, and we ask that God move on you to move on our behalf, if that be so. And if you do want to support us and be there for us, you can contact us through IIYE. You can contact us through the numbers 316-932-8779. We have a Facebook page or a work number, which is 316 778-0590. And we want you guys to know that you're making a difference. Right now, where you are, you're making a difference. And she was talking about the Ariana Grande show and how we live in a society where people are literally going out to be entertained and they're being slain. It's just the world that we live in. So how about we be the change, like Gandhi said, that we want to see in the world? So therefore, let's start to build shelters through communications, through words, through affiliations that create safe places for not only us, but for our children and our children's children. So we just want to reach out to you guys and hope you guys reach back out to us.
On that same note, Nick, like you said, fun thing, change is a funny thing, but it starts within. It starts with me.
All right.
So maybe today I've never invested in anyone. Maybe I've never looked at the guy on the corner with the sign up differently. Maybe I've never even thought about, I might even know anyone, I think, that has been incarcerated. Or I may not know anyone with an addiction problem. But change starts within. So if I first change and say, I'm going to seek out someone that I can help, then the change has already begun. Yeah, we need your help. We need your support. Yeah. We've got a fundraising goal of about $15,000 we'd like to do before the summer's in. But also, like you said, change each individual. We're changing the community one person at a time. Come on. That's our motto. We're changing the community one person at a time. Even the change begins with me.
Oh yeah, I mean, how many times do you talk to people that start to get involved with the charity and they say, I feel like it did as much good for me as I got to do for somebody else.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's hard to not feel that way when you take away from it. Like when you let it in and then you let it become a part of you. Yeah. All right, Angelo, I dare you. How are you gonna top this?
Man, I don't even want to look at topping. I'm just gonna play my part. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be that role player. Basically, short and sweet, man. However big or small your ministry is, don't let that kind of sway you. And I want to really talk about the small ministry. Just because your ministry is small, don't think that it's not effective, because that is not true. Like we were talking about. Change, one person at a time, and it's going to change the whole community. So we're talking about whether it's you're doing ministry on a large scale or a small scale, just be faithful with what you have. Treat your teammates very well, because if you don't treat your teammates very well, they're not going to produce for you. They're going to find somewhere else. This is how it is. That's business 101. We know that. So go ahead and just take care of what God has given you and what, your dream is. And go ahead and push, and we'll all meet together in the end.
Oh, I love that.
Role player right there. Let's get it. Let's go.
I love that. If you guys want to find out more, here's a couple ways that you can do it. Okay, you can actually listen to this interview and you can download it, you can keep it, you can share it. Just go to our website at power935.com, click on In Case You Missed It, and Empower. This will be up, and then you can also share it on Facebook. You can find out about Onesimus House of Wichita, and that is on Facebook. You can also find out about Shalom Homes. You can find out about Invest in Your Eternity. I just like to say it. But it's very cool, so please check it all out. Do your part to do your best. And thank you guys for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us, girl, and we'll be back.
You're listening to Empower Wichita on Power 93.5. On Power 93.5. On Power 93.5.